Hello YouTube, welcome back. Craig here with a video response. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I've been looking forward to do this one, to jumping onto this one, to be honest. I've watched a load of VRs to this. They've been doing the rounds, I think, for like 4 or 5 days now. I'm late to the show, always late. I've seen a couple which kind of kick-started it. I was like, oh man, I'd love to do a top 10 PS1 games. I think it was Eddie's was the first one that I saw. And he mentioned that it was Retrobit who started this. I never knew about this guy, so I've subbed to him. So nice one for that, for starting this. I've subbed to like 3 or 4 people. Yeah, so it's brought new channels onto my radar as well as this, which is good. Always awesome for the community. So yeah, I've been looking forward to doing this all day. I think I've watched from last night when I first watched Eddie's. I think I've watched like 8 or 9 of these. They're awesome. They're short, but it's just so wicked to see people's like nostalgia for PS1 and their lists and the different lists of people's top 10s. It's crazy. I've seen one person. I'll list all everyone's top 10s who I've seen. I will hopefully list. I'll tag all theirs. I watched one guy's earlier today. I do apologize, can't remember. I think it was Pixel, something Pixel. Ugh, my bad. I'm terrible. Bad memory. But yeah, his list was probably the closest to mine. So hats off to him. He had some stellar titles in his list. Pete on a retro tip, he mentioned how he wasn't so much into the PS1. That were like his maybe college or uni days, and he was playing those with mates. The PS1 was like a console for mates with him. That was more my PS2, I reckon. The PS1 in '95, I think I was on 11 or 12 when the PS1 came out. So it was very much my console. That was like my first console, the PS1 that I got myself. The others, the Mega Drives and the NES and the SNES, they were like my brothers. The PS1 was my first one that I owned, so I was massively into this. I had so many games, all chipped, of course. Apart from the few originals that it kind of came with. Once the whole chipping came in, I just got so many games and went through so many titles. So yeah, the PS1 was definitely my go-to console. And then PS2 days, were the years where I kind of discovered girls and drinking, so I didn't really do much PS2 gaming. PS3, I kind of got back into it when I settled down with the missus, so PS3 got big, and then the PS4 has probably been my best console, I would say, over the years. Anyway, this isn't about PS4, it's back to PS1. Sorry to bore you with that. So back onto this top 10 list. This was hard. Everyone has said the same. For me, this was so hard. I had easier top 25, top 30 games that I probably played equally with some of these. The top 5 I don't think would change, but the 5 to 10 could probably be taken out and put in with like a different 5, and it would be equally like a decent list. Really enjoying watching your guys like top 10s, or some of the games I haven't even heard of, so it just goes to show the PS1's library and how good it is. It's unreal. It was and still is a cracking console. I'm gonna start off with some honourable mentions. There's a few. I do apologise. I'll try not to go on too long. The obvious ones, we've got Crash Bandicoot. Played this to death. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but yeah, really enjoyed that. Command and Conquer. Now this was kind of my first taste of what do you call Command and Conquer? I should have really thought about my answers. It's anyway, it's one of those. It's like the mobile games you get now. Is it strategy? Yes, strategy. Yeah, why am I thinking turn-based? No, it's not. Strategy game. Yeah, it's like your Theme Hospital, I suppose. Why ain't Theme Hospital? Have I not got that? Why is that not on honourable mentions? But Command and Conquer, it reminds me of like games you can get on the mobile phone now, like Clash of the Clans type situation. Yeah, loved Command and Conquer back in the day. This was a biggie for me. I put so many hours into SmackDown. Me and my friends would just spend so much time like creating characters. I'm sure we would get like print off lists from the internet of like how to create the characters, the newer characters that want in the game. I'm sure we'd do that. and it would like tell you step by step what to do with their hair, what to set their eyes to, what to set their mouth to, blah blah blah, and it would basically make a carbon copy of like the newer wrestlers. I'm sure we did that. It sounds familiar, but yeah, and it plays great as well. Really good wrestling game. Played many wrestling games on the SNES and Mega Drive, but SmackDown just was next level. Never been into cars and racing games, but if I had to kind of put one in the honourable mentions, or maybe two, I think I've got V-Rally was one we did play quite a lot, me and my friends. But then when I'd come home, I would just never put a racing game in and play by myself. I just wasn't into them. This one I have not seen on anyone's list, but I want to give it an honourable mention. One, being a Star Wars fan, and two, I put a lot of time into this and I thought it was a really good game. It wasn't a platformer, it was like a third-person adventure, and I got right to Darth Maul and I couldn't beat him, so I nearly clocked this game. I had really good memories of this Phantom Menace. If anyone else has played this and enjoyed it, let me know in the comments. Hello, Abe's Oddworld. That's my impression. Really put on. Abe's Odyssey. They were gonna turn him and his friends into meat and feed it to the pets of something like that. I vaguely remember, but this is like flashback, I believe, but like set in like a really weird, odd world, as you will. This one, not many. I don't think anyone has mentioned this. This is a strange game, Little Big Adventure, Twinsen, starring Twinsen. Yeah, really odd game this, but I've got good memories of playing it, and I played this a lot, single player. Isometric adventure game. Yeah, you would like go. He had Twinsen had like different styles. He had like aggressive, athletic, friendly, and you would like press a certain button to change his style. So then, if you change to like athletic, he'd obviously run and jump high and run really fast. If you change to aggressive, then the buttons became like fighting buttons. Yeah, and he had different kind of moods, as it will. So. Yeah, I think you start off in a prison, if I'm not right. I'm sure of it. This one, a lot of Duke Nukem, Time to Kill. This one played with the friends. This reminded me a bit like GoldenEye, but a third person. And you could get like the rocket launcher and blow each other up and stuff. You had to hunt each other down. Good game. Didn't make my top 10. Again, Medieval. This is a great game. Third person adventure. Fond memories of that. This one was amazing. This Tenchu, Stealth Assassins. I remember jumping around on the tops of the buildings in Japan and just jumping down and slashing people up. I had some really good fun with this. Yeah, highly recommend it. And I've seen it on a few people's lists. I want to play this again. I want to give this another go. This could probably sneak into my top 10. As could this next title, and it's Silent Hill. I'm missing the front inlay. Bummer. But yeah, Silent Hill. This creeped me the fuck out, as it did everyone, I'm sure. And I feel like I enjoyed it at the time. I didn't play it as much as like your Resis, but yeah, Silent Hill, decent game. On to the top 10. We're going to start off with this fond memory. I could probably swap this for number 9, to be honest, because the next number 9 could maybe... Yeah, these could change. Anyway, Tony Hawk's Pro Skateboarder. It's actually not called that, Tony Hawk's Skateboarding, but I think it's called Pro Skater in other countries from it. And the music to this, and number 2, unreal. The songs, I have got all these songs downloaded on my iTunes now, and they come up on my playlist every now and again. It just takes me straight back to playing with my mates. Basically, we would finish school on a Friday, and one of my friends, his mum and dad, used to work till like 7-8 o'clock on a Friday. So every Friday, there were like 4 or 5 of us, we'd all, on our way home, we'd rush back, get to his house, and we'd play Tony Hawk's Skateboarding. And we all had this game at home. So we'd practice during the week, and then on the Friday, it was time to show your skills. And you would show each other like little tricks on certain maps, certain spots that you'd learn to get like really high scores, and we'd show off to each other. Yeah, really good memories of Tony Hawk's Skateboarding. Next, of course, this is a biggie, Tomb Raider. Now, yeah, it doesn't hold up well today, but back then, this was next level. This was really, really good game. Just kind of going through the tombs and the caves and fighting wolves and that T-Rex. Wow, when you first see that, that was just like mind-blowing. Me and my friend used to watch my friend's dad play this. That's how I first got into it. And then I started playing it myself, and I can't remember if I completed it or not, but yeah, Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider 2 you could maybe argue is better, but the nostalgia for me is with this one more. Oh, Tomb Raider 2, yeah, you could lock the butler in the fridge and do crazy shit like that. I've got that game, but it should have been an honourable... It's an honourable mention. That was number 9. Number 8, this is all over the place, apologies. Number 8? Yes, number 8. We've got Resident Evil. Again, the nostalgia. If I play this back nowadays, I've not played this since a kid, so if I play this back nowadays, I imagine it's a piece of shit. I've seen some gameplay and stuff. But yeah, the first time me and my brother, maybe me, I've got memories of playing this in the mansion with the ribbons, saving games on the typewriter and stuff, and the crows, like picking people's eyes out and shit. Yeah, good memories of this. I felt like it was a really good game. I don't think I completed it. Not many games I did complete on the PS1. This is a good shout. Number 7. Yes, number 7. We've got Terry Pratchett's Discworld. This I was led on to from another point and click game for the PS1. I completed those, and I was looking for more point and click games, and I kind of dropped on Discworld, and yeah, I wasn't disappointed. This was really good. Not as good as the others that are going to come in to the top 10, but really good memories with this. And this was harder, I feel, than the other two that I'm going to mention soon. I feel like this was much harder, and I struggled. Hence why I've got a strategy guide for it. I feel like this was a bigger game as well. The manual is hefty, man. I can feel the weight on it now. And it was a longer game than the others. And I did struggle, so that's why I imagine I got the strategy guide. But I enjoyed it. It was decent. Good game. Number 6, we have Resident Evil 2. This just it kind of built on Resident Evil and made things better. Leon, is it Leon and Claire? I think it's Leon and Claire. Raccoon Save. I can't see. I'm pretty sure it's Leon. Yeah, really good memories of this. We start off in the streets. Is it at the beginning? You're running around the streets and stuff. Get to the police station. Yeah, Resident Evil 2. I have to play these games. I haven't played my PS1 for so long, but I feel Resident Evil 2 was better than number 1. Correct me if I'm wrong. This one I don't have to go back to because I put so many hours into, and the stuff on here you could do, I was just like, how did they get away with that back in the day? And it's Grand Theft Auto. I mean, the others now are good, obviously, but this is where it first started. This is where it began. What a game this was, man. You could just jump in and out of cars, nick people's cars from it. So it was top down, of course, but it was still next level at the time. It wasn't until the PS2 days where I think it changed to third person. It changed from top down. We had Grand Theft Auto London, and GTA 2 on the PS1, and this one for me. In fact, GTA 2 maybe is better because they just added a load more shit to it. You had like the Yakuza, you had gangs, whereas this was just all out, like doing missions from the telephone booths and nicking cars, and oh man, crazy. So much fun with this. We're into the top 4. The number 4 spot goes to Broken Sword 2. Now, this definitely hasn't been in anyone's top 10. I don't know why, because, I mean, the first one I feel is slightly better, but this was still an amazing game. Awesome memories of this. We got this, me and my brother, it was either me or my brother got this on Christmas Day, and we completed it by Christmas Day night, Boxing Day. It was done within a day, basically. And we were still breaking off and seeing family and stuff, but we were obsessed with this because of what the first one did to us. And this is a great game, man. This, yeah, we smashed this. The whole dog at the harbour at the beginning with the doggy snacks where you got to get through the gate. Really good memories of this. And it really calls back to some of the stuff in Broken Sword 1 as well. The characters, like, make returns and stuff. It's really good callback. So if you played number 1 and completed it, get number 2. You won't be disappointed. Top 3. What are the 3 picks? Could maybe guess, to be honest, but they are stellar titles. Maybe call me vanilla, call me boring, but yeah, these are standards. Maybe not number 1, we'll see. Number 3, Metal Gear Solid. This was next level. Me and all my friends would talk about this, how far we'd got, who'd completed it first. Have you done this bit? Have you beaten that guy yet? Did you do this? Ain't it weird how the guy starts talking strange to you on over the, what's it called? The thing in your ear. Codec. What is it, the codec? He starts going freaking insane near the end when you're nearly completing it, and he starts chatting all sorts of shit to you, and you're like, what? Yeah, so many good memories. We used to laugh about the naked person in the cell. Because we were kids, obviously. But sneaking around, man, and taking people out. And smoking the cigarettes as well. Cigs. Good game. Really good memories of Metal Gear. Number 2 spot goes to Final Fantasy VII. Now, again, I have so many amazing memories of all these games. This one, I really did stumble across, because I'd never played a JRPG, or an RPG, in fact. Turn-based. Never ever played a game like this. Probably wouldn't have been interested. I was at school one day chatting with my friend, and he had a couple of games in his bag, and this was one of them, and he's like, I've just got it back from my friend, he don't like it either, I don't like it, I made a massive mistake buying this game. I'm like, what even is it? He's like, Final Fantasy VII. I'm like, what? I've never even heard of 1 to 6. Anyway, he's like, nah, it's such a shit game, man, I don't like it whatsoever. I'm like, oh, let me have a go. I don't know why I was open to playing this, because I looked at it and I thought, this sounds decent. Brought it home, and I was just blown away by it. Never played a game like it. I put so many hours into this. Didn't complete it, but I feel like I got to like disc 3. But I got really far, and I built up my group. I got them pretty decent. Number 1, the number 1 spot goes to none other than my most favourite game. When I think of PS1, I think of this. And it's Broken Sword. This... What memories. If you haven't played Broken Sword, so funny, such a good game. Completed this on numerous occasions. As I picked myself up, all I could hear was the ceaseless drone of traffic. Life went on around me, but the explosion was to change my life forever. I believe are the opening lines. Correct me if I'm wrong, pretty sure that's what it is. But the whole crow flying at the beginning and the opening scene, amazing. My first contact with this game was on a demo disc. I used to get all the demo discs, by the way. PlayStation Magazine demo discs. My first kind of, contact with Broken Sword was on a demo disc. Me and my brother played it, and it stops on a real cliffhanger. And we were gutted, and we checked when it was coming out. And on release, we bought it, and we just smashed through it. And we got stuck in Ireland. If you've played this game with a goat, you'll know where I mean. Where the kid sat on the wall and he thinks it's a ghost. It turns out, spoiler, turns out it's a goat in the castle. We got stuck on the goat. We couldn't get past it for ages. My brother came home. He must have had a friend at school with a sketch of the goat and the whole like castle yard and how to get past it. Like trick it to go one way and then go another. And it gets tangled around a metal spike that's just sticking out of the ground. We were stuck on that. Anyway, he came home with a sketch. We did the sketch and we did it. And we were like, what? We got past it. Amazing memories with this game. Completed it. Such a good game. So yeah. Enjoyed everyone's videos. Hope you enjoyed mine. Hope there's some games on there that you haven't played that I've kind of brought your attention to. You want to check out. They're all decent games. Thank you for watching. If you've sat through this, apologies if it went on too long. Let's do another one. Let's do PS2. Nah, let's not do. Let's do a Mega Drive one. Let's do a SNES, a NES. Let's get more of these VRs. I love these. Right, thank you for watching, guys. Peace.